Hello everybody, welcome back to Repentance. I honestly was not planning on recording tonight. I'm exhausted. I tried the stream, it didn't really work out. And I had all intentions of going to bed. Like, I should be asleep by now, but there's just... I couldn't sleep. I was thinking about some stuff, and I just felt like I needed to talk, like, get some stuff out there. Like, this is going to be... Hold on, I'm sorry, I'm gonna move my mic. Okay, yeah. This is gonna be... Oh, I'm sorry, I'm doing it again. There we go, okay. This is going to be another one of those heavy, serious episodes, so I'm sorry about that. But there's... Ooh, relax. But there's just some stuff I'm trying to focus on. I really have no one to talk to about that right now. Oh my gosh, hold on. Let me get out of this room first. There we go, okay. So... a lot of things that people really don't know about me. Honestly, like, I don't like to talk about, like, my mental health on my channel just because I like to keep things positive, and not to say that talking about mental health can't be positive. Like, it's always good to talk about positive mental health, but there's just... Oh, that's another relax. But I know it can be uncomfortable for a lot of people to hear about other people's negative mental health, and it's... Ooh. Hold on. Okay, wow. Okay. What was I just talking? Oh yeah, mental health. Oh yeah, argue wizard, jeez. So I don't like to talk about my mental health on my channel just because I know that it's very, like, I don't know what people would think. I always try to hide my mental health from my viewers and stuff, but I do feel like I should talk about it more often, so if someone is going through something similar that I'm going through, then maybe what I'm going through could potentially help them, just to know that you aren't alone, that I totally regret giving away all my keys. But yeah. So I've been dealing with depression for a few years now. Probably, like, I had some signs of depression ever since right before I quit my job at Culver's. Crap. That's one big reason why I left Culver's. And throughout this episode, if you hear me, like, stumble upon my words and, like, stutter and stuff, I'm just trying to think about how to word things the best as possible. And I'm going back to that episode that I recorded a few weeks ago, or not necessarily recorded, but the episode that came out a few weeks ago, where I talked about my experience at Culver's and the high points and the low points of my life. And like, and that kind of relates to this. I first, like, before depression was even like not, I don't want to say a choice, it's not like an idea, like the idea of depression, like it wasn't there for me in middle school, just because like I would be sad and I'd be like, oh, I must be having a bad day, I don't know why I'm feeling sad, but that's just how life's going, I guess. I'll fight this boss. And I did not know, like, looking back, I was kind of, I don't want to say that I was depressed in middle school and high school, just because what I went through after that doesn't compare to what I went through then. But going back to like high school, like there was some high school drama, because like we all go through that kind of stuff, and yeah, that upset me, but I felt like that if some of the drama affected me longer than I thought it should, if that makes sense. But then again, that's being like hurt and affected by some dumb high school drama. I feel like that's normal. Everyone goes through fights with their friends and stuff. But I felt like that happened like very often in high school for me. And it wasn't necessarily like sure, I had some people in high school that would pick on me, but I felt like I would get hurt more by my closest group of friends than the bullies in the grade above me or in the other clique in my class. And honestly, that makes a lot of sense in retrospect, because like the people you care about the most, if they hurt you, you're gonna feel a lot more hurt than if it was from someone you don't like or you don't care about. But yeah, I felt that high school was, I did not enjoy high school, but I will not say that like, I know that there are some people who were like mercilessly bullied like every single day, and I'm not going to pretend like I'm one of them, because honestly, I wasn't bullied as much as other kids would be, and I'm very grateful for that. Like, is that, yeah, I guess that's something you can be grateful for. There was a lot of like dumb high school drama that I would get into, but I specifically remember this one specific piece of drama where I was seeing, oh my gosh, I don't even know if I want to talk about this on my channel, just because like any of my personal friends who see this video, like, they're gonna know exactly what's going on and who this is about. But I'm gonna do it anyway, but I'm gonna keep all the names anonymous for obvious reasons. But there was this girl in my class, and I'm trying to think about how... Oh, I'm dumb. I get free shops, dude. I'm trying to think about how to phrase what I'm trying to say. Like, there is... Yeah, I had a group of friends. I graduated in a class of 14. And our class was really split into two groups of people, and, like, one group wouldn't really talk to the other group. And that's fine. Like, I sometimes had problems with people in the other group, but that's irrelevant. But back in, like, freshman and sophomore year of high school, we were so close. And in the junior year of high school, I actually went on a date with one of the girls in my group. And it was honestly a really good date, and still, to this day, like, this is, like, I was 16 when I went on this date. I'm 21, and that day was still the only date I have ever been on. And I enjoyed it, she enjoyed it, and we were talking about going on a second date, and some stuff got out of hand, miscommunicated, and we never ended up going on that second date, and I felt really bad about it. Like, I don't want to go into, like, what happened in between that first date and what happened after that, because honestly, looking back on it, it was kind of stupid. It was just some dumb miscommunication, and neither of us had the social experience to work things out like adults. And looking back at the situation, sure, she could have done more, but also, like, I played a big role in that, and I'm like, yeah, I definitely could have done more to try to fix that. I don't even know if I would call it a relationship, because we went on one day, we both really did like each other, but then during, like, Christmas break, stuff went down. It was a miscommunication, and neither of us could really work it out. So, like, I lost a girl that I really did like a lot, and at the same time, like, she was one of my best friends, and I lost her that day too. Like, lost not as in, like, she's not dead, she's alive, but, like, I lost her as a friend, and that hurt me for a long time. That probably hurt me, like, that was near the beginning of my junior year, and that still affected me up until, like, the last few months of senior year. And she, between us breaking up and senior year, she started dating other men, and it hurt. I'm gonna be 100% honest. It hurt really bad. Like, I don't know what it was to say, like, seeing that she moved on so quickly, or seeing a girl that I still was trying to, I don't know, I don't think I had feelings for her still, but I was still trying to get over being hurt by her. And hold on, my mom is texting me. I'm in a recording right now. Probably talking too loud, so I'm gonna have to tone it down a bit. I'm gonna find my iron room and then I'm gonna continue. But yeah, that affected me and it hurt me really bad. But I eventually got over her, and I actually probably got over her with I'm sorry, I'm trying to think, when did I get over her? I got over her, it was after I started working at Culver's. Hold on, I'm sorry, I gotta text my mom. I might have to go somewhere later tonight. Can I finish recording? About 30 minutes. Okay, good. So, honestly, I got over her when I met this girl from Culver's. And I did not have feelings for this girl. I'm gonna make that clear. I really hope I don't slip up and say her name by accident. But I did not have feelings for this girl. Like I remember that I went into Culver's, like I wasn't working, I was just getting some food. And I was sitting down and she was working. She walked up to my table where I was eating alone. She sat down and like we talked a little bit here and there, but like we weren't too close. Oh, this room is scary. But she said something along the lines of my best friend's moving away, you're my best friend now, or something. I'm like, okay. But yeah, and ever since then we were really close to each other, like really close. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like even though I never had feelings for her, this was a girl that I would do almost anything for. Like, she helped me through some pretty bad times, like the tail end of the whole thing with the high school girl. I'm trying so hard not to slip up and name their names, because things would be ugly if I accidentally named their name. I might have to rewatch this to make sure I didn't accidentally slip up. But yeah, me and Culver's girl, I'm gonna call her Culver's girl from now on. But yeah, Culver's girl and I were really close. And like, she would be like, hey, let's get some food. And I would drop whatever I was doing to get her food. She wanted something, I would do it. And sure, that sounds weird, but where's that soul heart? It says there's a soul heart in here. Oh, I'm dumb because that shouldn't even be on there. I'm the keeper. So soul hearts won't spawn. It's going so well, I keep forgetting I'm the keeper. Golden rays. But yeah, like, we did everything together. We were extremely close. And I'm trying to think about how to phrase this without it making it seem like I was in love with her, because I wasn't, but I loved her as much as I could love a friend that I wasn't in love with, if that makes sense. Like, she was my best friend. I could tell her anything without judgment. She could talk to me. Like, I poured my, like, all my heart out for her when, like, I was hurting. And she did the same for me. She helped me through Culver's and a lot of the really bad managers. And she made my experience at Culver's a great one. And even after I quit Culver's, like, I was still really close to her. And then she left. No explanation. For no reason at all after I left. I stopped hearing from her. And I'm trying to text her. She won't respond. Like, I can still see that she's active on Facebook. And I'm like, did I do something wrong? Did I hurt her? Why did I just lose my best friend? And then several months went by. And she texted me. And she told me that there was some personal stuff going on. And she needed to take a step back. And I was hurt. I was really upset, but I took her back. I'm not gonna say what she went through because it's really personal and I still respect her privacy and stuff, but she was going through some stuff. She was hurting and she needed some time alone. And I would have really, I would have thought it would, I'm trying to think about the right word to say. Like, I would have appreciated her telling me this ahead of time instead of her just leaving. But she was back. I couldn't be happier. And then a few months went by, and me and her got into another fight. This time I was the one who instigated the fight. She did something that I morally disagreed with, and I was really upset with her. Let's say that. How's this gonna work with the keeper? Does this heal me? Okay. That's one way to do it. Okay, and so I said some things that I shouldn't have said to her, and we stopped talking. And then I realized, like, we could have, I'm thinking back to the whole high school girl situation, and I'm like, what am I doing? We could have talked this out. I could have saved our friendship, but instead I left too. And so I tried texting her, and nothing. I was texting her for like 2 or 3, I think it was like a whole month, and I heard nothing from her. And then I ran into one of her family members, and she said that her phone broke. Oh, I'm so glad I picked up placenta. So I'm like, great, she didn't get any of my messages. I did manage to get a hold of her, and we did work things out, but it still hurt me. And then I feel like how I'm explaining the story isn't giving it justice, because one part that I did omit that I just realized that I left out is that before she left for that first time, she was really mistreating me. Like, she was treating me bad. She was being extremely disrespectful. She didn't treat me like a friend. But I loved her as much as I could love a friend. So I stayed and dealt with it. And looking back, it was truly a toxic relationship, a toxic friendship. And it hurt me a lot. And I don't know why I kept staying in this friendship if she was just gonna keep hurting me. Like, I wanted this friendship so badly with this girl, despite the fact that she would treat me like garbage all the time. And that was the problem. She would mistreat me, or we would get into a fight, and we would not be friends. I would be free from her, and I would rather seek her to take her back, or to get her back, or she would talk to me, and I would take her back. And it just wasn't healthy for me. And then a little bit later, like in the, let's say, summer of 2020, she left again, and I wanted her back again, but I didn't take her back. And I was hurt that I lost someone that I was as close to as I was to her. And thinking back now, I don't think I'm exactly over it. Like, I'm over her as a person. I don't miss her, but I miss having a friend like her, if that makes sense. I miss someone that I can just call on a whim, be like, hey, let's get food, and then we would get food. Be like, hey, let's hang out, and then within minutes, we would be hanging out. All my friends live, like, 20 minutes away from me. Well, most of my friends live 20 minutes away from me. Heck, one of my best friends literally lives 1,000 miles away from me. Joseph lives 1,000 miles away from me. We have been friends since Alpha Omega. That was like summer of 19. And since then, I've only seen them in person once. Like a week in April of this year. The only time I've seen them in person. And I wish I could see them in person more often. I had a lot of fun on that trip. But not being able to be in a friendship like that made me feel lonely, and it just, I don't want to say she caused my mental health issues, because that's not fair to her. She didn't, this isn't her fault. This isn't my fault either. This is just something that I have to go through, and it hurts. It sucks. It's the curse of the blind. Are you kidding me? The scooper. Come on. It's something I have to deal with today. And I don't know how I can make this more clear. I don't want anyone to think that I am blaming Culver's girl or high school girl for my depression, because I am absolutely not. This is not their faults at all, and I can't make that more clear. But with that said, what I went through with both of those girls did not help my mental health today. Would I be in a much better place today if I didn't go through all that stuff? Yeah, I would absolutely think so. 30? As long as it's not Eye of the Occult, I'll be fine. Why is that 30? I messed up. Oh god, okay. Now I kind of have to focus. I can talk more after this fight. But yeah. Oh, Curse of the Blind. Now I'm upset about that. Jeez. So I've also been dealing with, anxiety as well as a kind of result of my depression as well. I'm seeing a therapist a couple times a month. Like, my schedule with my therapist has been a bit rocky now, but I think I have a good thing going once a week now. I could get an HP upgrade from him. I'm mad. I am taking medication, and one thing that I have learned through all this is that although it can be uncomfortable to talk about with people, you should not be ashamed of having mental health issues. It sucks, but you're not alone. There's tons of people who have to go through it every single day, like me. And I know a lot of my friends go through it too. I'm gonna be really depressed when I make it all the way to Mother and lose all my lives on her. HP. No! Mom slips. Give me the nut. But yeah. The sun. Oh god. There we go. So yeah, there's come on. Like, there's tons of reasons why anxiety is a problem for me. Like, going through all this school stuff has really kind of screwed up my anxiety. Work and like social situations can flare up my anxiety. Most of the times it just happens for no reason. Or when I think about the past, like with like Pulver Skrill and stuff, I get anxious, I get depressed. Like, the whole reason I'm talking about this today is because I was going through some of my old photos and I saw a photo of her and I just started thinking, like, how different would life be today if me and her were still on good terms? Oh, that works, okay. I think that, and also, like, a big reason, like what she did to me, like, if she would come to me today, over a year after all this happened, and apologize to me, I would forgive her in a heartbeat. but I don't think I could be friends with her again. Just because of, like, everything I went through with her. I don't think I could bring it. I don't think I would have it in me to go through all that again. I've learned. And I will screw up in the future, but I'm hoping as long as I have the right support systems, I'll make it through it. And depression and anxiety is a long, hard battle, but I know I'm going to make it through it, as well as anyone here who may be watching with depression or anxiety or is trying to deal with something. Like, I know you will make it through it too. Like, one of my favorite YouTubers, his name is United Gamer. He does a lot of Pokemon content, and he's actually made some songs based on his depression and anxiety. Well, mostly anxiety, but still. But the one that stands out to me the most is called I'm Finally Free, which is a parody of the song I'm Glad You Came. I couldn't tell you who it was by, but he talks about how he's struggling and how one day he will beat his depression and he will finally be free.
Isaac, what
and that gives me so much information that, or information? Inspiration that one day I will be able to move past this.
This is what I
and it's hard, but I know that I will get through it one day. And I know you guys will too. So, wow, I just dumped my heart out in this episode.
Isaac, I'll show you
Keeper Sack has appeared in the basement. I didn't even acknowledge that I beat Mother on my first attempt as the Keeper, and Keeper's done. So yeah. I'm actually really nervous to upload this episode. But I'm going to anyway, because I feel like what I have talked about today is important. I feel really good that I shared what I went through. Oh, and I didn't even talk about it all. Like, I could talk for another hour about what I went through. In fact, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Beast. Let's do a beast run. Bethany for the beast. Because I don't feel right just leaving it off there. Like, I want to talk about more about what I'm currently going through. I am taking medication. I have been taking medication for a few months now, and I feel like it's really been helping me. With that said, if I ever, like, forget my medication or skip a day for whatever reason, literally, like, I won't feel any different that day, but, like, the next day after that, or maybe even, like, the day after that, like, 2 days later, I will feel it, and I will feel awful. Like, I will feel so down and depressed that, and, like, I don't know, like, why I feel upset. That's what depression is. Like, you feel worthless. You feel awful about yourself. I already had a low self-esteem before dealing with depression, so this whole journey I'm going on is just make me feel even worse. And right as I said that, I'm thinking, is depression and anxiety, like, is mental health struggles, is that a journey? And I truly think it is. Because every journey has a path that you go on, and an end. And that's... I truly believe that my depression, while it didn't have a finite start, I do believe that there's going to be an end one day. So yeah, I can't wait for there to be an end. Like, honestly, I've been feeling pretty good about my mental health for quite a while. And by quite a while, I mean for the past, like, a few months. But when I feel down, like, I feel down, like, really bad. Like, I don't want to get out of bed. And it sucks that I feel like I don't want to exist today, but I'm still forced to go to work. I'm still forced to do schoolwork. I'm forced to live, even though I really would rather just stay in my bed all day. I'm thinking about that now. I feel like that was a poor choice of words. I'm forced to live. Like, I'm not suicidal. Like, I know I have never been suicidal before. And I'm fairly confident that no one here should have to worry about me harming myself or anyone else. But suicide is something that is very serious, and there's a lot of people who deal with suicidal thoughts every day. And I don't even know what to say. It sucks. It sucks so much. Like, the idea of someone taking their own life is heartbreaking. And this is a heavy topic, so I want to make sure I don't misspeak or say the wrong thing. But I am happy that suicidal thoughts is one aspect of negative mental health that I don't have to deal with. But to anyone who may be dealing with mental health or suicide, or I'm sorry, I'm stumbling over my words. I'm trying to think of the best way to phrase this. But if you're dealing with, like, if you ever have thoughts of suicide, just talk to someone. Like, I would much rather have you here than not here. And I will actually, I sure hope I remember this. I'm gonna feel awful if I don't remember this, but I will actually put, like, some suicide hotline numbers in the description of the video. So, like, if you don't have anyone to talk to, you can reach out to someone and get help. Can I re-roll the eyes? I can't. I feel like it's hard to have a conversation about mental health because everyone's mental health journey is different. Like, my journey is different from my friend's journey. Like, I mentioned United Gamer, his journey is different from my journey. Like, everyone who struggles with mental health goes through something different. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that no one knows what you are going through personally. Wow, this episode's getting heavy. I'm so sorry if you don't want, if you did not feel like I'm sorry if you weren't ready for a conversation like this. But I felt like this is truly something I really needed to talk about today. Oh, I peeked this on me. Dang it, my angel veil. So, I guess I don't really know what else to touch on. Like, there are some days where I wake up and I feel awful, and there's no reason why. And like people are like, oh, why are you upset? A lot of times I can't give them an answer, because I am. That's my answer. And I'm gonna be honest, I used to have the mentality of, oh, well, don't be sad. And like, thinking back, like, when I was younger, I did not understand depression at all. I did not understand anything about that. And thinking about, like, the air quotes advice I gave to my friends who were struggling, I'm surprised that some of them are still friends with me to this day, even though, like, I don't know what I'm talking about most of the time. I actually really want to drop the black lipstick. There we go. But yeah, so what have I touched on this episode? My journey that I went through in high school in Culver's. And, oh yeah, and also, like, I don't want it to make it seem like, oh, the only things that make you depressed are girls. No, like, a big factor to, like, I quit Culver's because of my mental health, and a lot of that mental health came from the managers, the people who run the place. Like, people who don't know how to treat another human being with respect, with kindness, with understanding. I had some garbage. I had some managers at Culver's who were just garbage human beings, and I had to deal with them every single day I went to work. Like, I remember, like, the manager I had the most trouble with, I mentioned that I worked Saturday mornings, and he would work Saturday afternoon, and he would take over my shift. But first, he would check to make sure I did everything right, to make sure everything is cleaned up and good. And when everything wasn't good, he would let me know that everything was not good. And, like, he would just yell on stuff that he doesn't know what he's talking about. Like, the ice machine broke one day, like the machine that makes ice, and it wasn't my fault. I didn't know how to fix it, but he just yelled and screamed at me. And I came home sobbing that day. Like, one thing you should know about me is that I am a very, very emotional person. Still at 21, I take stuff way too literally, seriously. I cry easily. And the words he said to me, like, he really made me feel useless that day. And that wasn't the only time he would say stuff like that to me. Like, it was constant. He didn't even try to be nice to me, or really any of my coworkers, but I felt like it was towards me the most. And I will never forget this. It was my last week working at Culver's, and I was outside taking out the trash. And he was out there too. And he approached me. It's like, hey, I heard that you're leaving. And I'm like, yep, I leave on this day. And he gave me a hug, and I felt like he was really emotional about that. And the first thing I thought was like, are you serious? You put me through this hell and you're sad I'm leaving? Like, and it just goes to show that he doesn't know how to communicate with people. That's not even fair, because the customers love him. He communicates great with the customers, but he just didn't know how to treat his employees well. And it was baffling to me, to say the least. I feel like, and he wasn't the only manager who was not a good person. Like, there was like another manager, like, I could say everything I just said about her, only replaced like the first manager made my work life hell, but this manager made my social life hell. Like constantly trying to sabotage my friendship with Culver's girl. Oh, that's good. I need damage. No, I'm dumb. And like, she would just treat me like garbage, but she was really close with Culver's girl, so I had to hang out with her a lot, because I would do everything Culver's girl told me to without question. Man, I was a pushover back then. Oh wow, thanks. Okay, well, waste. I'm gonna leave that there. Yeah. But yeah, come on. I left Culver's in August of 2019, and I can confidently say that I've felt so much better in my mental health since then. I'm popping it. Or algaes. I want to save this for the Beast or Dogma, but oh well. Come on, 11%? Nope. Mr. Dolly JD, nothing. But yeah, I think what I miss most about Culver's, besides the food, obviously, is the people I met there. Like, not obviously the managers or Culver's girl, but my other coworkers that, like, I had, like, an actual, like, group of people that I could relate to. Like the people in my friend group in high school. Like, sure, we were really close friends, but we didn't have anything in common. But, like, we my friend group at Culver's, we had one thing in common. It's that we worked at Culver's and we hated it. And yeah, we would bond over that. And I miss them. And admittedly, of like the 10 people that I was really close with then, I only keep in touch with one. Like, of all the people that I worked with in Culver's, I only keep in touch with one regularly. And, well, I had another point I just thought of. I'm blanking out on it now. But, oh yeah, besides the managers and most of the managers and like one employee, I didn't really have any people that I disliked or people who disliked me. Like, there were a lot of amazing people at Culver's who I could talk, like even people that I weren't as close to, like I could talk to them, they could talk to me. And I don't know if like I don't know if this is egotistical or not, but like I truly felt like I was a better leader than most of the people there. And I have a feeling that a lot of people would agree with me on that. Like, I felt like when like employees had trouble with like the managers, they didn't go to like other managers to try to talk things through. They went to me. They went to me. When people didn't know how to do stuff, they didn't go to the managers, they went to me. Like, they didn't know how to work the cash registers, they went to me. Because going to the managers are scary, because they're just going to make you feel bad for not knowing something that they never taught you. I would have... Oh, I don't have money. Oh. Like, I would hang out with these guys outside of work, and we would... I miss that so much. I miss those guys. And now they're living their own lives, and a lot of them that I'm seeing, it looks like they're really, really happy. And I couldn't be more happier. Hold on. I couldn't be happier for them. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I couldn't be happier for them. But that still doesn't mean that I don't miss them sometimes. That... Like, these guys were my friends. And I will probably never see them again, never talk to them again. And that sucks. Where is this skull? I need it to fight the beast. The curse of the loss is really screwing me over here. Is it down here? I just missed it. There's one there. One there. Nothing in the arcade. Oh, I don't think I've been up here. Yeah, I have not been up here. Hey, oh, here it is. Okay. Just realized I didn't even find my room yet. What else was I talking about? Because I can't remember where I was going with that. What item did I get in my item room? I don't even know where the item room is. But yeah, I'll end that conversation off by saying, by any chance, if any of my Culver's friends are watching this, I miss you guys, and I hope you guys are doing well. And if any of my old managers are watching this, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I've been talking crap about you guys for like 2 episodes now, but some of you guys gotta learn how to treat people with respect. I think that's the way to the boss. Oh, right here. You can go through that door. Ooh, okay. That's nice. So yeah. I think that's really all I have to talk about. That's really all I have to say on the topic of mental health, anxiety, depression, my journey through it all, and how I'm still working through it. And oh yeah, I don't know if I talked about support systems, but make sure, like, one thing that's really important is having your support systems, like friends, family. You can talk to a therapist, and I sure hope I remember to put the phone numbers in the description for the suicide prevention hotlines, because I'm gonna feel really bad if I don't. But yeah, now I think that's it. So let's stop talking about all the sad and depressing topics, and let's actually talk about this run. I have no... Oh my gosh. I have no faith in myself to beat... even get past Dogma. There's no way I'm going to make it past Dogma. I just realized I probably should have taken black lipstick and put it in the boss room, so I could have gotten a cracked key. I feel dumb. That keeper run that I got last time was really great. Like, that golden pill is the reason that was so great, because I think I got like 3 or 4 tiers ups from that, and then I got tons of other tiers up items. Got 2020, I got Small Rock. That was just a great run, and even when I got Dead Cat, I still managed to clutch up. And I did that all while talking about depression. But yeah, I've tried Bethany Beast a few times, and it looks like I'm probably gonna have to try it again. Wait, what? Oh, here. Speed? Okay, that's fine. Come on, it's always Super Greed. Now that I'm thinking about it, I could always try to cheese it and get some Eternal Hearts, but I don't know if that's what I want to do, because I need to leave here in a few minutes, because it looks like I have to spend the night at work again. Surprised I didn't take any damage from that. No. Here we go.
Spent it. It's gone. Just get over it.
God. How can you have spent our savings?
So this... What I'm really worried about is really damage. Like, 7 damage is not that good, but I do have the Jawbreaker that will occasionally shoot out teeth, and I have 3 luck, so it's gonna be quite a few teeth flying out. I love how I can talk for a long time about just life and stuff, but as soon as I start focusing on the game, I'm stuck. And I've been thinking about my commentary for a while, and I think that might be my problem. When I focus too much on talking about the game, I just freeze up. I'm like, oh, what do I talk about? What's going on? So I think that's gotta be what I have to do to fix it. I was watching a stream from Codename Pizza, who does zombie stuff, and he says that there's so many streamers who just sit blankly in the face cam, and they're like, and just don't speak at all, don't do anything, they're not engaging. And I'm thinking, when he said that, I thought, that perfectly describes me, and I really want to fix it. So, I think just talking about my life and stuff is a good way to... Oh, I forgot those 2 for. To improve my commentary. And if any of you guys have any topics that you want me to talk about, leave them in the comments. Keep in mind, I record most of these videos days ahead of time. Like, this video, you guys aren't going to see for at least, like, a week. I don't think it's that long. I think it's more like 5 or 6 days or something. Today's the 10th. It's Thursday the 10th. I don't know when this goes up. I think it goes up Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm not sure. But yeah, just look at how long it took me to kill that guy. There's no way I'm going to be able to beat Dogma without doing some, like, insane dodging. Or getting a really good item from the chest in Mom's room, which the only thing I can think of in there would be Mom's contact. Like, that has saved runs before. Like, I've gone into the beast. And I'm gonna wait till them stop talking. It's hard to talk while they're talking. That was dumb on my part. But yeah, like, I have gone in there thinking, oh, I'm not gonna be able to beat this, and then I get Mom's contact and I completely crush it. Oh, I hate this room. Just stay up here. Nice. Okay. Oh. Oh, okay. Ooh. That goes in bad. Big Priestess. I'd rather have Yura. No. Okay. Feeling a little bit better on health. Like, if I mean, I don't think I'll have to, now that I think about it. That's kind of dumb. I was gonna say if I have to, I'll just stand in place for 5 minutes till my health regens, but there's a bed in home, so I don't have to do that. I'm not gonna be hit before Dogma. I kinda wish I had Gnawed Leaf though, so then I could just stand in place and regain health if I had to. And then I could just let, like, Big Fan or Finger or the Bone do all the damage. Like, I have cheese runs like that before. And I'll do it again. I really don't want to have to, but I'll do it if I have to. Some money, okay. So, I don't know if this is, like, one of the best episodes. Like, this certainly isn't one of the best episodes I've recorded gameplay-wise, but on commentary, this is probably the best episode I've ever made, in my opinion. Just because I've talked about stuff that actually means something, not like McDonald's Filet-O-Fish putting a half slice of cheese on the sandwich, or just random stuff like that, but stuff that actually matters, not only to me, but to a lot of people. No. If you're playing as any other character, I would probably grind that out for soul hearts, but I have 46. I just realized how many I had. I'll probably just spam it in the dogma fight just to get wisps. Like, really the only like the attacks I'm worried about getting hit by are the Phase 1 Brimstone and the Beyblade. I mean, I guess the Wisp could help protect on that. 25 cents, wow. Okay, so here we go. Myth-busting Mondays. Does Yera work on the chest in Mom's room? Survey says no. And I get Mom's pad. It's something, and I'm able to get a lot more wisps out of it. Okay, let's do it. This is actually going by a lot faster than I thought. I'm just gonna keep on using this. That part is I can't just spam it, because I have to watch the image of the tampon, or not the tampon, it's not, I don't know, feminine products. I have to watch the pad fly on the screen before anything happens. I don't want to talk, I was just about to get into a rant about, like, tampons, but I don't want to. Nah, screw it. What exactly are, as someone who doesn't use tampons because I'm a man, I'm assuming that tampons and pads like this one are two completely separate things that are used for similar reasons. Or like, do women call those pads tampons? Or are the tampons just the cylinder stuff that does the other thing? Honestly, if you're a kid watching this, you probably shouldn't be watching The Binding of Isaac regardless, so I don't care. Wow, what a weird episode. I talk about anxiety, depression, the last 5-6 years of my life, and tampons. So I actually just beat Dogma without really much problems. So I should be okay with the beast. Maybe. Oh shoot, do the wisp shoot fear shots? This fight might take a while to do, actually. Just because my damage isn't that good. Like, it's not going to be an unreasonable long time to do, but it'll take longer than average. Oh god, I'm usually done by now. Oh, and he's doing that again. There we go. Let's pop the pad. Oh, bad place to stand. I should know that by now. Leave. Fly away. Fear me. Crap. Oh, I'm not sure what that was. Oh, that was Storm Protector. Maybe. Probably. Crud. Okay. You fear. You fear. There we go. And you're still not fearing me. Oh, shoot down. I'm probably gonna lose this. Just knowing him, he's gonna do his. Yep. Okay. I'm probably gonna lose to death here. Or if I could dodge long enough to let Placenta do its thing. I don't want to Placenta this run, do I? Do I Placenta this run? I know I got it last run. I might... Oh, I do have Placenta. Okay. It just activated, so... Here. Down. Down. Up. Okay. Shouldn't be too much longer. Thank you. Let's go. There's more tampons in this. I don't care. I'm gonna call them tampons. As ignorant as that makes me seem. Actually, I'm just gonna call them pads. I don't know what to do at this point. Yeah, I don't think they're tampons. Dude, I'm having an existential crisis about our tampons and pads. The same thing. I am so sorry for any family members who may or may not be watching this. But hey, my only excuse is that I don't know the difference between a tampon and a pad is because I've never had a period. unless you count that one time. But I didn't need a tampon or a pad for that. But that's a story for another day. Crap. Crap. I need to be more aware. Crap. Oh, yeah. No ghost. Uh-oh. Just do some damage. Oh, you little Swarm Protector, you're gonna... Or Guardian Angel, whatever it is. Oh god. It's not just tampons and pads. I don't know the difference between Swarm Protector and Guardian Angel. I'm probably gonna die. I'm getting to the point where, like, I don't know what's gonna happen. Because I have not been in this phase long enough to see these attacks. Like, I know this attack, but I didn't see that last one with the fire blowing out. I have no clue what's happening. I got a Spirit Heart from Guardian Angel, and that seemed to save me from a hit, but... Okay. So now it's coming this way, so... Crap. I'm dead. Dang, that sucks. So I'm just trying to watch for any falling ones. Nope. No way. No way. They're so close to each other. Oh, this is gonna hurt when I lose. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take the win. Jarvis has appeared in the basement, and Hope Baby. And that's it for Bethany. So yeah, 2 great runs done. Thank you so much for watching. It means a lot to me. I have a long way to go when it comes to my mental health, but I know I will make it there one day. And I know you guys will too. So, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.